Hey guys, this is Bruce, and I just wanted to address a question that I got. They said, let me introduce myself. I'm living in the UK and I have been working on a call center all my life. I helped customers with broadband tech support, which I realize is not IT support. I am totally tired of working in call centers. I want to switch my careers. I'm interested in IT sector, so I have been researching courses. I came across your course on the website online, and it was really good. So thank you. And she goes on to say, I'm in the UK, and I believe that things might be a little different for us. Some of the course providers require you to do an A plus certification before doing the Security Plus, while others say to do the Network Plus, then the Security Plus. As I have no prior knowledge about these courses, what do you recommend I take first? Do you have anything else I can do to get into the IT job? So, and they go on to say, I appreciate it. Thank you for the advice. And it seems like security is a pipe dream. So, first of all, this one right here, it's not a pipe dream. Okay. This is very possible. It's a very practical thing. It's definitely within your reach because you're already in the tech sector. And although you don't probably have the formal title of a help desk IT person or IT support, this right here is you've probably done some things as far as customer support that are going to help you to advance your career and get that title of an IT tech support type person. So you're not too far off, all right? So it's not a pipe dream, it's a very practical and realistic expectation of a goal for yourself. All right, and in the UK, now I wanted to address a couple things. I'm going to start off with your question about the Security Plus. What do you take first? And let me just start off by saying Security Plus is a great certification to get your foot in the door for really good IT roles. So that's a really good step in the right direction. And it's going to allow you to know the best practices in security as far as IT is concerned. All right, so let me show you something. This is CompTIA, the site CompTIA. And let me show you where some of their suggestions are coming from. Now, if you go to certifications, and while I'm searching this, I can tell you I used to teach Security Plus. I've taken two different Security Plus iterations. Right now, they're already up to 601. That one, they're retiring 501. They update this every few years or so to another. As technology changes, obviously, they have to keep up with the time. So they do update this course, just so you know. All right, so let me show you what they're referring to. And what I did to get here, I went to the security certifications, I went to Security Plus, and then the next thing you want to do is go to preparation. All right. And then if you go to the bottom, is this it? It tells you a little bit more about other things you can get, vouchers and different security courses and stuff. You can actually take this cold. You don't have to do all this stuff that they're talking about here. But what I'm trying to show you is where they talk about rec- rec- their recommended prerequisites for a course. And let me see if I can find it here. Okay, here it is right here. So I went to preparation, Security Plus preparation. If you go to exam details, you'll see right here that they recommend, okay, not required, they recommend that you take the Network Plus and have 2 years of IT experience. Now, you haven't doing broadband tech support. You actually can. I mean, I think that you could put this on you qualify, I believe. You know, your job does qualify for this. You've done IT in some capacity. Broadband is a branch of what we do. I mean, I don't know exactly what you do, so but you're doing some level of tech support, so I would take it. Now, that said, they recommend that you have 2 years IT, even if you're like, well, Bruce, that's not really true. I don't really do IT administration. That's not really what I do. That's fine. They recommend it. Okay, it's not a requirement. And I do believe that you may have to have a letter from someone. Let me see if they still have that requisite. I don't see it. So yeah, that's all it says here is they recommend that you have 2 years of experience and a Network Plus. Now, if you go to the Network Plus, let's go to what they have in there. If let's say you were like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that Network Plus. If you go to Network Plus, let's go to certifications. Go to the top here, go to certifications, go to Network Plus. Go click for details here, and then we're going to go to preparation, so we can go to the recommended items here on CompTIA, and they have let me see if we can find the exam details. Here it is. Recommended experience. They recommend that you take the A+ certification and at least 9 to 12 months of networking experience. All right, so here's what I would say about it. I would say, having taken the Network Plus, Security Plus, having taught it, knowing a bit about it, I would recommend, if you're weak on networking stuff, you don't have to do A plus unless you truly know nothing about A plus certificate PCs. If you truly know nothing about troubleshooting, if you really are starting off from scratch with a lot of the technical details as far as PCs and servers are concerned, I would recommend A plus just to get knowledgeable of this field. And if you're like very very new, if like you hadn't done anything at all, like you're coming from a completely different background, I would even recommend something even below the A plus, which is, let me just show you that real quick before I go any further. Let me just go here to certifications. There's one called IT Fundamentals. So if you're really starting from scratch, let's say I talked to somebody the other day, they're a CNA certified nursing assistant, and they're trying to go into IT, and they really don't know anything. I mean, unlike yourself who's in broadband, you have some idea. This person really hasn't touched anything. This is the bare minimum. They don't even have a recommendation. Like, this is, you can really start from scratch with this certification. So, yeah, I think that you're beyond this, so you don't necessarily have to take it. But if you didn't feel comfortable with IT at all and you're coming from a completely different field, yeah, I would recommend IT Fundamentals. And then from here, go to A plus, and then from there, go to Network Plus. But I think you could probably start off with either A plus or Network Plus. And at the minimum, I would recommend a Network Plus. So let me go back to that certification. My opinion, these are great certifications to start. They're really good to kind of whet your appetite for something much larger, right? But yeah, so Network Plus at the very minimum before you do Security Plus. And if you're weak on IT, if you're weak on troubleshooting, if you've never fixed a computer before, if you don't know the components of a computer or a server, I would recommend A plus. All right. If you're a hobbyist, you know how to take computers apart, you know the components and stuff. You built your own gaming system, stuff like that. You're a geek at heart, and you'll know most of this stuff. You don't really need to do this one. Go straight to Network Plus. Do this one. I've taken this test before. It's the basics of networking. And then after you take that, then do the Security Plus. That's my recommendation, and actually that's what I did. I went A plus, Network Plus, and then eventually I did Security Plus. And the thing is, each one of these feeds into the next thing. Like, there'll be things in Network Plus that they expect you to already know things from here. The architecture, basic like how's the CPU work with the memory, work with storage. Those are basic things they expect you to know from when you get to here. You don't even have to know super deep details, but there'll be certain things that they expect you to understand. And then from here, Security Plus, the reason why Network Plus is so important is because Security Plus there's so many security principles that you need to have a basic understanding of networking in order to understand the basics of security, of cybersecurity. So that's my recommendation. Now, let's talk about your other question. You had another question. Let me just make sure I'm answering it correctly. You said you're in the UK, and what do I have anything else that I would do to get my first IT job? Okay, so let me answer that. So first of all, it seems like you may already be in some form of IT. Now, again, I don't know the job description here, but there may be some things that you've already done that you could put on your resume that are IT related that will help you to get a role as a IT support customer support person or something, to get that IT in the role of your name is what I think you're asking me. All right. So first of all, you already more than likely you already have some IT background. All right. But let's answer your question here. So what I did is I went to uk.indeed.com. Now you can do this with any country. Indeed has if you go to indeed.com, it's mostly catering to the US, but there's a UK version, there's an Indian version, there's a Philippines version. There's every country has an indeed.com as far as I know. So what I did here is I'm on uk.indeed.com, and you can do this with other sites too. I think Dice has a version, and dice.com, if you have never heard of it in the US, is super huge. They may, and I'll check that one next. They may have something in the UK you can do as well. Anyway, we're on Indeed, uk.indeed.com. What I did here is I typed in entry level Security Plus. Let's say you have your Security Plus. And I didn't put a city here, but all of these are in the UK. And there, as you can see, there's actually some remote positions here as well. So this one is UK Cloud, and it's cloud computing, database administrator. Let's keep going here to something. What I'm doing here is I am looking at the market, all right, by typing different keywords. And this isn't the only keyword you could use. I mean, you could actually use broadband, you could use customer support, you could use help desk, you could remove Security Plus if you wanted. Let's say you didn't have Security Plus yet, but you're working on Security Plus. By the way, you want to put that on your resume. Working on Security Plus, you want to put that on there. But let's say we didn't put that. We just said entry level IT. And what we're trying to do here is look at the market. And you'll read through. Now, this is about their company. You only want to read this if you actually have a chance to get this job, or if you really want to work for them. You're scoping this company out to see if you want to even work for these people. But anyway, right now what we're just trying to do is look at the career field. So let's see, entry level IT support consultant. And let me see if there's anything in here. Okay, what will you do? As an IT support consultant, you will be responsible for handling incoming calls and undertaking any relevant issues, investigating, ensuring all key information is accurately captured. Okay, so this right here is something you might be very qualified to do because you already know how to deal with customers. You know how to deal with difficult customers. You've been doing that in your field already. And a lot of times in these entry level positions, they're not expecting you to know a whole bunch of stuff. Like in fact, they teach you a lot of the stuff you need to know. They know it's an entry level position. They'll have a script for you. They'll have like a little work instruction of if you get this question, okay, here's what you're going to do. If you get this question, here's what you're going to do. Let's keep reading here. Ensure an exceptional level of customer service and satisfaction is met at all customer touch points. All right, easy. This is all soft skill stuff. This is all, can you handle a call? Can you do callbacks? This is stuff you already do. You already qualify for this if you are in fact a customer support person. Let's see. What will you have? Okay, as an entry level consultant, you will be working in a diverse environment where you have the opportunity to work with different customers on a daily basis. Okay, they have a high standard. You have to be a team player. I'm not seeing anything super technical just yet. And that means that you could actually get in this job and you are already qualified for an IT consultant. Any technical stuff, they're going to teach you, right? So the next step is going to be to get that role as an IT support consultant. And then the next role after that will be something more specialized. And that's not all that there is out there, but just trying to have you start looking at the actual things that you need to consider when you're getting into this field. So let me show you something else. Dice.com in the US, I don't know if it's really big in the UK, but Dice.com is super big in the US. And what I'm doing here is I'm looking at skills. Let's say entry level IT. It's really good for IT jobs. I don't know about other positions, and we're gonna just say London. I don't know. I don't know if this, okay, yeah, it looks like it does. UK, London, and see how many jobs are on there. Yep, there you go right there. Software developer. junior developer. Okay, these are developer type software engineering jobs. IT business analyst, IT, okay, IT assurance, risk consulting, IT contract vendor. Oh, these are all in VA, Virginia. So this is probably not a good site for dice.com for the UK. So let's try this. Dice UK jobs. They might have a version of UK. Oh, okay, even better. We found some on YouTube. I mean Google. So Google is also a incredible resource. Look at this. Dice UK jobs. So actually what we can do here, now that we're here, is we could say IT UK jobs. United Kingdom, UK. In fact, let's just say entry level since we're already in UK. We'll say entry level. And I'm just showing you what I recommend you do. You're just right at this point, you are researching the market. You're seeing what's out there. You're kind of casting the net super wide to see what's out there. All right, let's change locations. Let's change the location to UK, United Kingdom. There we go. Entry level, and there you go. UK, let's entry level analyst. Let's skip something here. Entry level recruiter, entry level opportunities. Entry level, we need IT in there. IT. Entry level IT. There we go. UK, entry level technician. What I'm trying to do here is look at what they're looking for as far as your skills. What do they want from you? What do they want in these roles? And you may already have these skills, right? You may already have you ever created user accounts and managed permissions and passwords? Have you ever monitored responses? These are the things that they're going to have you do. Now, since it's entry level, sometimes they're not expecting you to have much or any experience with these things, but you definitely want to come to the table once you contact these people, knowing what they expect from you, right? And in that, knowing what they want from you allows you to focus on these things as you're studying. So yeah, that's one of the things that I would do to figure out what to do in the market for UK. So you said, do you have anything else that I can do to get my first job? Yeah, that is exactly what I would do. I would research the market by reading different stuff out there. You can use Google. Just go to Google, type in jobs, just entry level IT jobs, and it'll come right up. Just like I did here. I'll go to Google and show you what I did. I'm in Google, right? And all I do is type actually you don't have to put DICE, you just put UK jobs. Or you could put IT jobs, entry level IT jobs UK. And watch this. It takes you directly to their job aggregator on YouTube, and then you'll go here and then starts looking through what they have out there, and you may already be qualified for some of these positions. Entry level positions don't ask for a lot. All right. They want you to be in the vicinity to where you can drive there. They want you to start off at a lower salary from time to time. To be honest with you, it's not going to start high, but this is a stepping stone in the right direction because you want to get that job title of an IT support technician under your belt, and you want to get that experience creating accounts and things like that. So that's what I would do. This one went a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I hope that helps. Talk to you later.